Hey guys, what is up and welcome to another League Tips video. In this video, I will be discussing with you guys very important information regarding towers and inhibitors. So please don't forget to throw in a like if you found this video informative. We all know and love turrets for the fact that, they give golden experience when you kill them, that they're important to destroy, how they can attack champions, when you go overly aggressive or etc. But there's so much more to know in detail about turrets, and I will hopefully cover all of that with you guys here. So the first thing is, turrets give 150 gold to each member when destroyed. Also, the damage that you deal with your auto attacks to a turret is your base auto attack damage plus either your bonus attack damage or 40% of your AP, whichever number is higher. Here's a really cool table graph that I pulled off of LoL Wiki that explains a lot of information about turret stats. So looking at this, you can see all the turrets other than the obelisk have the same range and more or less have the same HP except for the Nexus turrets. The attack damage as the turrets increase in tier increases as well. On top of that, each turret gains 4 AD and 1 AR/MR, which is armor or magic resistance, every single minute, but the time that it starts obviously varies. And obviously each turret does cap at a certain amount of damage, so that's pretty important to know as well. Also, a pretty new thing that Riot added is outer turrets, which is obviously the very first turret that you encounter in each lane, gains 60 bonus armor, which slowly starts decaying after 4 minutes of the game have passed, and it finishes decaying 4 minutes after that, so 8 minutes in total. Armor and Magic Pen does not affect the damage you deal to turrets. Here's one that confuses a lot of people. So if you attack an enemy champion that is outside of their turret's attack range, but you are within the attack range, the turret will not focus you until you hit the enemy champion while they are within their turret's attack range. Speaking of the turret attacking champions and all that stuff, the turret has an auto-targeting system which is prioritized in terms of what it will attack and when. Here's the order. So the first one that it'll prioritize on top of everything else if it's not forced to attack you is the closest targetable trap, so for example Zara's plant. Number 2 is the closest enemy pet, such as maybe a Shaco's ultimate clone, a Heimer turret, etc. Number 3, it will prioritize its attack to a closest enemy siege or super minion. 4, the closest enemy melee minion. 5, the closest enemy caster minion. And 6, the closest enemy champion. Remember that this is the turret's auto-attacking system. This is not applied if you force the turret to attack you, such as if you attack an enemy champion that's within the turret range and you're within it as well. A turret will do more damage with each successive hit against a champion. So if you've ever been attacked by a turret multiple times and you're like, wow, I keep taking more and more damage, well, there's a good reason for that. Because the turret's starting attack damage to you is 105% of its damage. Then the next one will do 125%, then 150, 175, 200, and finally 225% damage bonus to you if it keeps attacking you successively. Keep in mind though, the 225% is the max percentage damage increase, so it will not go higher than that. Another thing to keep in mind is turrets also have 30% armor pen, and also they deal 70% of their damage to siege and super minions, so this explains why they are so tanky when they're attacking turrets. The range on the turret's sight is 1095, however, the attack range is 775. If your minions are beside an enemy turret, that turret loses 150 armor and magic resistance. The purpose of this is to make backdooring more difficult. The Nexus Obelisk is the only turret type structure that ignores your armor. Also, Nexus turrets are the only turrets in the game that will have self-regeneration. This means if they are damaged, they will slowly regenerate their HP. Any other turret will not do so. So that is information I want to cover with you guys about turrets. Now, I want to jump into inhibitors, and it's the same thing. I mean, we all know inhibitors are important objectives as well, and we know that, once you destroy an inhibitor, it'll spawn super minions in that lane, but there's also a lot more information behind that. Once an inhibitor is destroyed, the melee minions will get about 100 HP boost, 50 HP to casters, and about 200 to siege minions in all 3 lanes for the future waves while the inhibitors are down. While the inhib is down also, regular minions spawned will get a small increase in their attack damage. And on top of this, minions spawned in all lanes will get a bonus amount that is based off of the number of inhibitors that are down as they spawn. If all 3 inhibitors are destroyed, each lane will spawn 2 super minions per wave rather than just 1 super minion per wave of that of which the inhibitor is destroyed. Remember, once the inhibitor respawns, the bonuses to the minion's HP, as previously mentioned, is gone. Inhibitors have no armor or MR, and the damage dealt with their auto attacks is the same concept as I explained before with turrets. And finally, whenever the announcer says that an inhibitor is respawning soon, this means that it will be up in 15 seconds. Alright guys, that is all the information I want to throw at you regarding turrets and inhibitors for this episode of League Tips. If you enjoyed this one and if you found it informative, please don't forget to share with your friends and to throw in a like and comment down below. But once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Please check out the previous League Tips video as well, and I'll see you next time. Peace!